Once we get into the nearshore environment, basically where the water depths are less and the duration of flooding, we have the sand material, but then we need to stabilize that with vegetation. And along this shoreline, because of its frequency of inundation, different species live in different zones. And so in the intertidal zone that every tide floods, we have a species called Spartina alterniflora, or smooth cordgrass. And that's a species that tolerates that inundation and does really well down here lower in the profile. As we move up the shoreline, we shift species to another one of the Spartina called the Spartina patens, or marsh hay. And it does really well on the high marsh. It doesn't like to be inundated every tide, but does tolerate infrequent inundation. Further up the shoreline, those two species wouldn't tolerate, but now we get into what we would refer to as our dune species. And so this is where we might have sea oats or bitter panicum species, and even dune sunflower and things like that that are more showy, but they don't like to really get their feet wet from a storm or from any sort of frequency of tide. And so that's really along the upper edge up by the road. And it takes all of that to help hold the shoreline, because each species has a different place along that shoreline to help stabilize. So both marsh and mangrove provide a lot of habitat for all sorts of things. There's a huge habitat value along with the protection, and that's really the beauty of a living shoreline, right? We're trying to protect infrastructure, but we're doing that ecologically, and so all of the additional benefits and attributes of the biomass that's provided and the habitat and essentially the food chain and ecosystem services are all coming with it.